Victor hurt that ankle. Do you know how it happened?
No, I think it's just overall soreness a little bit. It wasn't, I can't say it was a particular incident that happened in the game, just overall soreness. Probably you guys jinxing him, talking about he's played every game, so that's what I'm attributing it to, Paul, without a doubt.
Coach, without Jameer and without Victor in your starting lineup, how does that shape your starting lineup? Who will you put in your starting lineup tonight?
I'm ready to go tonight.
You're ready?
Ronnie will start for us tonight, and so that puts a premium on him being ready and guys off the bench, whether it's Duran, Etuan, Adonis as well.
Already a tough matchup with all the guards, perimeter players that Houston has. Puts a little more pressure on you than now.
That's why the best thing to do is you take every day, you get what you got, and you keep it business as usual. The guys who suit up, they'll be ready to play, and off we go.
How important is it for you guys to keep the pace down tonight? They're one of the quicker teams in the league, and I know you talked about keeping it down against Philadelphia the other night.
Well, we want to play with pace, the ability for us to get up and down the floor and before their defense is set. They've been playing pretty good defense overall, especially with Dwight being in the middle and being able to control the paint. It's a matter of us sprinting back, and what we did do against Philadelphia is we limited their transition points, so being able to sprint back, make them play in front of us. Again, that'll be a premium tonight.
Jack, we know Victor's the type who thinks he can play through anything. Did you guys have to remind him of the long term and shut him down, even though it was probably against his wishes?
That would be a bring your sport coat to the game. Text from Coach.
Okay.
You didn't really care much about the whole Dwight Howard coming back to Orlando thing last year. I assume that's not a big deal for you tonight again.
Maybe for our fans and the people here who were around when Dwight was around. But for us, again, it's business as usual. I think I said earlier, the only teammate he had on this current team is Jameer, and Jameer's at home tonight sick.
Anything you have to say, considering that the atmosphere might get a little hostile as far as just keeping your players focused tonight?
I don't know about it being hostile. It's interesting. One of my favorite people in the world, my coach, Roy Williams, who left the University of Kansas and went to North Carolina, his alma mater. And for a while, people were a little disgruntled. And then as time went by, they appreciated what he did. And hopefully over time, people will appreciate what Dwight did, and off we go. It's a new group of men in the locker room, and appreciate the talent and what he did for our organization. And there's a lot of good men in our locker room right now doing a lot of good things.
Anything you can take from last game, considering you didn't have Vucevic or Tobias? They out-rebounded you by 17. Obviously, that's going to make a bigger difference having both Nick and Tobias. Just anything you can take from shooting only 34% last time?
Yeah, we have to be really efficient in what we do. We'll have a limited amount of sets that we'll get in tonight just so that we are efficient with the basketball. Patrick Beverly is a guy that puts extreme pressure on the basketball, so being able to have multiple guys kind of initiate our offense is going to be key tonight. If we can get Dwight to step off away from the rim a little bit, Nick's ability to shoot, kind of hopefully draw him out a little bit, that'll be to our advantage as well.
Would you consider sending Dwight to the line if he misses a few to begin the game?
I think overall, whenever I go into a game, statistically, analytically, we always look for advantage in the course of the game. Free throw shooting is one of the advantages. It's not because it's Dwight, it's because of the percentage that he shoots. Rest in peace his soul. If it was Yinka Dare, I would consider fouling him as well. You don't remember Yinka Dare?
No,
Oh, yeah.
George Washington. Is he dead?
I think they're, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the percentages are pretty similar. Might want to look that one up.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That will get dark.
How did Aaron look the last 2 days?
Pretty well. He got into practice, got up and down the scrimmage a little bit, into the drill work. So he'd probably say his conditioning with the time off isn't 100%. So I'll have to keep an eye on that tonight.
Is it more recent Tobias starting as well at the forward positions?
Yes.
Okay. Is that more to match up with their height, considering they got Parsons at the 3?
And also, another opportunity where they have a 4 who plays on the perimeter, whether it's Monte Eunice, whether it's Jones. So those guys, the matchup for Tobias is pretty advantageous for us to match up.
We know you focus one game at a time. The last season, in the last 20 games of the season, you guys were 3-17. Is finishing out the season something that you or the coaching staff, the players have talked about as far as improving as a team, as growing forward?
I don't think we'll compare last year, but what we do want to do is whatever game we're at right now, 5 games from now, we want to be a better team. Then 10 games from then, we want to be a better team. So at the end of the season, hopefully when we reflect back on these 20 games, we're a better team. And that's really how we're trying to look at it.
How important have these couple of practice days been to getting Adonis and Dwayne really into the flow of things, and so you might be able to give them a little run if the opportunity presents itself? It
just gives us an opportunity to spend time with them, see them on the floor, work them out, see them compete in practice, and so the time's been good. They've both been signed to another 10 days, so we'll get a little bit more time to look at them as well.
You guys have won, out of your past 10 home games, you guys have won 8 of them. What has that contributed to? Is it just having the home crowd, being at home? Is there something that you guys can do to translate that on the road, like maybe having the same routine that day that you guys have at home? What can you do, especially with your young guys, to translate home wins into road wins? Hopefully
it's become a little bit ingrained psychologically of you see the success that you're having at home. Can you take some sort of senses of what you're doing to, to kind of emulate that once we get on the road? It's really comes with growing, and it comes with maturing, and being able to handle adversity on the road. And so hopefully we're going to get there.
You going good? You okay? Thank you, Coach.